Greetings and welcome back once again to my channel. I cannot reiterate more that all readings are not going to resonate with every member of the collective. Take what information you can. Right now, I am doing a reading. I asked the cards what or who in the collective is dealing with a shady neighbor and what type of issues they are experiencing with that negative neighbor. So again, not all readings will resonate with the collective, but in according to the cards and what I'm sensing from the cards, we have the Sun card, and this isn't the first card in the reading, but I'm starting here. Based on the cards that I chose in this reading, the person that this reading will resonate with has recently felt the need and desire to broadcast their personality verbosely, very publicly amongst their neighbors. And they're doing it because they wish to exhibit their better qualities, to shine. They don't want anybody to make them feel badly about themselves. They want to be happy and they want to embrace life. They do not want their neighbors to control their happiness in any way. In addition to that, this person might also have a young child in their life, and they are embracing their child publicly as a result of some negativity that they have faced from neighbors. In addition to that, I've got my little bow here, and it wasn't always there. It just ended up there. So whomever that this reading resonates with, if this resonates with you, you will be receiving a gift very soon. And if you don't believe me and you don't trust me, well, we'll see. If you do, it manifests for you, please leave a note in the comments section because it worked for me. Regardless, what's the backdrop here? In the most recent past, you have tried to reach out to your neighbors. You've tried to be very fun loving, caring, giving. I'm picking up on the feeling that you're the type of person to bring pies, to bake cookies, to involve people in celebrations, to be very cheerful. But somebody in your midst is making you feel really bad about your personality. They're making you feel bad about your appearance. They're making you feel bad about your likes. They're making you feel very bad about your opinion. Like somebody's really targeting you here. In addition to that, you have had to come across from a place of patience. You want peace from this person, and they've caused you to withdraw, which is totally against your character. This isn't in your nature to withdraw. And oh, okay, and then this is when the sun comes in. So all of a sudden you have an epiphany, and you weigh the odds, you weigh your options, you try to figure out maybe you should be a little bit more tempered in your approach to your neighbors, and then all of a sudden you have this mass rebellion where you're like, forget it. I shine bright like a diamond. I'm going to continue shining bright like a diamond. And as a result, you decide to bring an end to this person's influence over you. And you do this by surrounding yourself by people who love you and care about you. It quite often, more often than not, the best way to deal with somebody who is attacking verbally, spiritually, emotionally, physically, somebody who's saying bad things about you, trying to turn the neighbors around you, etc., is to protect yourself by surrounding yourself by friends and family members, bringing other people into the picture. But you start drawing boundaries around yourself. And this person, the world, in many interpretations, because she's holding batons, she could be an entertainer, she could be somebody who stands in the spotlight. And this isn't a gender specific reading either. This is suggesting that whomever you are, your outgoing personality, you stand in the public somehow, you could be an entertainer, you could even be a dancer. It is offending this person in your neighborhood, and they're trying to shoot you down, but you've had like this renewed sense of self, and you're not going to allow this to happen. So I asked in more detail about who this neighbor is, this negative Ned or negative Nancy. Like they're really hating on you. And I get this really grumpy, nosy not even nosy. They don't like to even look at you. Like they just really have it out for you for some reason, and they're really trying to crush your character. Even if you were to hide in your home, it's not going to work with this person. So we get the King of Swords here, and in this reading, I'm not going to be like, oh, yeah, this could be a lawyer, law enforcement. He's very calculating. He's very specific. He's emotionally unattached. I'm not going to give you that rundown here because what I'm sensing from this guy is he's grumpy, he's mean, and he gains satisfaction from seeing you upset. I don't know why he doesn't like you, but all I heard in the back of my head is, oh, those kids today. And he's not even an old guy, but he acts like he's an old, bitter man who's just got a lot to be resentful for. But in reality, I think he's been on the internet too much. Like, I'm getting the sensation that he's just been watching too much news. He's on the internet too much. He might even be getting wrapped up in just stuff on social media, and he's sitting there and he's watching the world around him, and he's just grumpy, man. He's like, this guy's antisocial, and he's a thinker, right? So he's gonna think that he's right. So I asked, like, what happened here, and I got the Six of Cups, and then I got the Five of Swords. Okay, so this guy, the cards are showing me that he actually gets off on being nice at first and offering things, and then all of a sudden your guard goes down because you're just an authentically nice person. Like, you don't have a bad bone in your body. And then all of a sudden he'll like take the gift away or take the opportunity to insult you, or just hit below the belt, strike below the belt. They'll say things, and I feel like there might be children involved. This person doesn't like children or pets. So even if it's not your child, if you're nice to children in the neighborhood, or if you have like a niece over, or you babysit, or one of your friends come over with kids, like this person is like really not nice. This is the kind of person who would at first be like, oh, somebody threw a ball over my fence, and they'd return the ball, but then all of a sudden, call the police over a parking infraction, or something like that. Like, they're very devious. This person is devious, and they pretend to be nice, but in reality, they're using the opportunity to like do intel on you and just to hurt you. This person's a bitter person, and they're bored. They're bored with their time, and they just like to hurt people. It makes them feel good. I just seen somebody typing behind their computer. Like, this person is not someone that you can get close to. And then we have the moon in reverse. And okay, listen, I could get into all the textbook definitions of what this means. But what I'm going to tell you right now is this person is going to try to convince you that you're imagining things. They're going to try to convince you that you're imagining things. They're going to be like, oh, but I'm just such a nice person. I would never do that. I have no idea. And then they're like inherently trying to do things to hurt you. And they're going to tell you that you're imagining things, that you're lying to yourself, and it's an illusion. This is the type of person that would break into your what do you call it, those boxes that hold all the fuses, your fuse box outside, and like they disconnect all your fuses and then turn them back on after you've been at work all day, and then all of a sudden your fish dies in the water because it's you know what I mean. Like they're up to no good. This person's up to no good. So like the world card, the way that we saw the world card, she's got a protective barrier around herself. You really got to you got to draw boundaries, and you got to surround yourself by people that have your back here. Hold on one sec. I'm just going to grab the oracle cards that I chose for this reading. Okay, I had to get an oracle card. I got to make this quick. The oracle cards are saying that take this situation as an opportunity to grow and transform yourself, learn new things about your strengths. And then also, it's just explaining that you need to be really determined right now, because this person in your life is posing to be a huge challenge, and you got to stay really focused in on your goals right now. Don't get too swept up in their disgusting behavior. And that's it. Please, again, not all readings will resonate with everybody. I'm old school. Usually you have someone sitting in front of you, but leave a note if it